Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So as you all know that season 9 have already started, and with the start of season 9 we have got some new moves that have been debuffed or buffed as well, and some Pokemons have got new moves as well. So the first Pokemon that have got a new move, that is Nidoking, and it have got access to Sand Tomb now. But it was quite necessary because Nidoking was not having any low energy charge move, which is the reason it was not very much playable. It does not have any play in the Great League or Ultra League meta, but it is now there. But as far as I am concerned, Nidoqueen is still better than Nidoking, I believe, because Queen have got both defense and stamina stat better than Nidoking. So, and as far as the charge attack is concerned, so it is Phantom versus Poison Fang. So if we consider Poison Fang over here, which is a 35 energy charge move and have a damage of 40, and whereas Sandtomb over here is having 40 energy, requires 40 energy, and is only uh, having a damage of 25. So if we check the damage per energy, it is quite low as far as Sandtomb is concerned in the meta, but King is still have some play with this new move. So in this team comp today, I am pairing up both Nidoking and Queen together with Obstagoon in the lead, and this is a traditional ABB line over here, which in the sense makes that I have to bait out the entire counter for maybe poison type or maybe a ground type, which is a psychic type or a ice type, and maybe ground type as well, with Nidoking or Nidoqueen depending on the lead over here. And I need to clear that, I need to knock out that counter with Obstagoon over here and sweep the end game with maybe Nidoqueen or Nidoking, whichever is there in the team. So that was my thought process which I have over here in that team comp. So that's all for the team comp over here, and let's get straight into the battles. Just a small announcement over here. So I'm actually doing a giveaway, and if I hit 100 subscriber before the 19th of September, that is Oswald CD Day, so I'll be giving away the CD ticket to one of the random subscriber. And to participate in that giveaway, please do subscribe to my channel and drop in a comment as in IN to any one of my videos, and that will help me track all the participants over here. So let's get ahead into the battles without further more delay. So getting into the first battle, I have got a great lead of Lapras over here, and I think my opponent is lagging a bit, so that is the reason I am waiting for an opponent to get back, and he is back now, so I'm fine. So he just swaps into a Toxicroak over here, which is a code breaker for this team because it have got access to both counter and mud bomb, but fortunately this is a poison jab Toxicroak as well, so I'm not swapping out because I need to eliminate this Toxicroak over here, which is a threat to both of my Pokemons in the back line. And now this is going to be either a Mud Bomb or a Sludge Bomb over here, which I'll shield. It have got access to Dynamic Punch as well, so I have to shield that. And now I'll be going for a neutral Night Slash over here, which do take out the Toxicroak as well, and they have got their own Nidoqueen in the back, so which is fine with. So this is one more Night Slash which will be doing the neutral damage, and I just got the first shield as well. So now I'll be counter swapping into my Nidoqueen because it have got access to Sand Tomb, and I call a perfect bait of Poison Fang as well, which is double resisted, and they just swaps out into their own Lapras now. And as you can see, it gets one shot by the Surf as well because Lapras is so glassy in the the Nidoking is so glassy, as I told in the introduction as well. So this is going to be one surf, and I'll be definitely shielding this, and let's see how I can pull this game off. This is going to be one more surf, and Nidoqueen can survive, yes, I think. And now we do get a timer simultaneous knockout, and I just lost the first game. So getting to the next battle, I have a decent lead of Lanturn over here, and I'm going for the first Night Slash, which is neutral over here in this scenario. And I pretty much call this bait over here. This is going to be a Thunderbolt, but which is not it, and it ends up being an Hydro Pump. and which does so much damage to this Obstagoon over here. I'm just loading up on energy and going for the Night Slash over here, and they just swaps out into their own Mandibuzz, which is not good for me as well, because I don't have a hard counter over Mandibuzz as well. But I'll be coming back with my Nidoqueen and trying to do a neutral damage with this Poison Fang and debuffing the Mandibuzz as well, because over here he is just switch locked and he cannot swap out to clear his debuff as well. So he's going for the Shadow Ball over here, which is quite a nuke move in this meta, and I do perfectly shield that as well. Going for the next Poison Fang, and I do get the farm down from the Mandibuzz as well. And now he just back with the I think a Quagsire. Yes, it is. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to pull this game off, because Quagsire is also a kind of code breaker for this team, because his earth, it does have access to earthquake and maybe acid spray and stone edge as well. So this is my opponent just catches a perfect sack onto the Lanturn, and I just go down to mud shot as well. So now I'll be trying to catch a move onto my Obstagoon, but I'm not able to do that. And over here I have to shield this because it is a sludge bomb, and I don't want to like get baited again, and that will be a game. So moving into the third battle over here, I have got a great lead of Abomasnow over here because my counter is doing super active damage, and I was not sure why I swapped out in this scenario, because I have got a great counter to my to their opponent's Abomasnow as well. But I just swapped out into my Nidoqueen, and it is met by an hard counter of Stunfisk as well. So I'll be going for the first Sand Tomb. This will be super active damage and also debuffing my opponent as well. So going for back to back Sand Tomb, I think they will let it go, or I might get the final shield as well. Yeah, they let it go, and which I am fine with. And this is one more Mud Bomb which I'll let it go, and I'll be coming back with my Obstagoon over here to farm this thing down, or maybe through one Night Slash, because they have got Abomasnow in the back, which my Nidoqueen can easily handle with the Poison Fang and Poison Jab. This is going to be one more Mud Bomb or Discharge. It's a Mud Bomb. I can easily tank it, no problem. And I'm trying to get the Heart Farm over here. So my opponent over here is out of shields right now, and I am getting the shield advantage, and I'm going for the neutral Night Slash over here to this Canto Ninetales. So getting ahead of energy right now. This is going to be a Weather Ball, I believe. Yeah, it's a Weather Ball, and I do shield it over here, and I just load up on some energy, and I'll just try to snipe down this Canto Ninetales with my Poison Jab from the Nidoqueen, and they have got their Abomasnow in the back, which does hard counter this, which is hard countered by my Nidoqueen as well. But this super effective damage from the Weather Ball is adding a bit up, but I do have my loaded Obstagoon, but it is going down to Poison Jab only. That's a good game. So moving into the next battle, we have a terrible lead of Machamp over here. I'm just going to switch back into my Nidoqueen over here, and they just swaps back onto their Abomasnow, which is quite surprising because it is taking super effective damage from both Poison Jab and Poison Fang, and they just throw their energy over here, which is going to be a Weather Ball, which I'll shield because it is coming from an Shadow Abomasnow as well, which will definitely KO me. And I'm now going for the second Poison Fang as well, which will double debuff me as well. So I'm going to opt for my final shield over here, over in this scenario, and I'm getting the switch in this case as well. So they just came back with their own Gardevoir over here, which is a quite a spicy pick and a shadow one as well. So from this kind of range, I'll be easily Poison Fanging down with my Nidoking, and they just have their own Machamp in the back. So in this scenario, and they have got access to Nuke over here, which is a heavy slam, which I was not aware of, and I just throw a Sand Tomb over here, and I just try to snipe with my Obstagoon, and that's a good game. So moving into the final battle of the first set, I get a great lead of Registeel as well, and they just swaps out into their Greninja, and after a bit of lag, this is going to be a Surf, which I'll shield, yeah, and I'll try to get the Heart Farm over here because Greninja is such a glassy Pokemon, and for the Registeel I have got a good answers in my back, and they just come with a Flygon over here. So I'll try to get 3 Night Slashes to this Flygon, and I might get the shields down as well, which I do perfect for this scenario for me. And I'll try to get one more Night Slash, which I am able to get, which is perfect for this scenario. And I'll be trying to come back with my Nidoking, because I want to do a super effective damage as the shields are down, and I will try to like lower my opponent's defense as well. So over here I'll go for maybe 1 or 2 Phantoms if I can do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that. And from this range, with lock on, I think the Registeel will be in a terrible situation to farm me down over here. So this is going to be a flash cannon, which will do take me out, which I am fine with. And I do have a hard counter for this Registeel in my back, which is my Nidoqueen, and I do a perfect sack swap into my Obstagoon in this scenario, which was quite brutal in this case. And if I was the opponent, I should have just top lefted this game. But fantastic over here, my just the opponent just stays there, which is very much good for this team. So that was a 4-1 set, and this team just works out pretty well, and it is going like as I thought of, luring baiting out the hard counter for the Nidoking and Queen, and sweeping the end game with maybe Queen or Queen over here. So that is fine. So moving into the next set over here for the first battle, I have got a terrible lead over here of Obstagoon, and how I like to play this out is to swap out after 5 counters, and we just did the same thing, and he just came out with a Golbat over here, a Shadow one as well. And for me, I just came out with my Nidoking, and I first threw the neutral damaged move, that is Sand Tomb, and I just got countered with the Poison Fang. This is one more Poison Fang. Now I'm double debuffed, and I'm just going to throw the second Sand Tomb over here. Let's see how I can pull this game off. And I faint over here, but I do have shield and energy advantage onto my Obstagoon over here. So this is going to be one more Poison Fang. I'll not shield this, and I'll try to get one Night Slash and farm this Golbat down, or maybe get the final shield as well. And they don't shield that over here. So I'll be swapping out into my Nidoqueen over here, and they have a Frostlass into their back, which is kind of a core breaker to my team, because it have got access to Avalanche over here, which my Nidoking and Queen both suffers to, and as well as my Obstagoon as well. So I don't think I can pull this game off. Yeah, and they just didn't take my bait of Poison Fang as well. So now I will be committing my final shield and going for this neutral damage of Earth Power, and I do get the final shield. Sorry, I do knock out the Frostlass as well, but it have got a pretty healthy Obstagoon to sweep the end game over here. This is one more Night Slash or Cross Chop, which is super effective, and I do end up conceding the game as well. So GG's to my opponent. So moving into the next battle, we have again a Obstagoon lead over here. So similar strategy over here. I will be trying to swap out with after the count of 5 counters, but I think I was not synced up with this his opponent's counter. So I tried to swap, but we just did a CMP tie over here, and they just got that, and I just swapped out into my Nidoqueen. Then the opponent comes back with a Gradient over here, which is I am fine with, because I will be debuffing my opponent's Gradient and trying to get a good amount of farm over here. This is going to be a Crunch or a Body Slam, which it is, which I can pretty easily tank over here. And going for the third Poison Fang, I believe this will knock it out, because and I do get the first shield because it was double debuffed, and this time I will let it go, and I don't get the farm as well. Sorry, I don't get knockout, and we do get a simultaneous knockout. So I'll try to wait out the timer, and they just come back with their Obstagoon over here, and I know their Obstagoon is pretty energy dry, and it will be going down. So over here it is perfect. I'll be throwing one Night Slash to this Clefable, and I'll be coming out with my Nidoking over here and throwing this Phantom, which will be debuffing my opponent's defense and trying to farm down with my poison, super effective poison jab. And I do get the final shield as well. This is going to be a Meteor Mash or a Psychic. Yeah, Meteor Mash, and it is so glassy over here. Nidoking is so glassy in this Great League meta. I am not like very much concerned with this Nidoking, and I do get a boost, and the opponent's Obstagoon goes down. So that's GG. Moving to the next battle, we have a pretty spicy lead of Vaporeon over here, and I just go for the first Night Slash to get away some chip damage onto this Vaporeon over here, and I load up on energy and go for the second Night Slash, which I get the first shield. And right now they just swaps out into their Mandibuzz, and for me it was not a good play to throw this cross chop over here. I should have loaded energy onto my Obstagoon, which might have been helpful in the late game. So anyway, I'll be swapping out into my Nidoking over here and going for the neutral Poison Fang, which will defeat the debuff. And this, I believe, is a foul play, and which is also neutral. And I'll let it go the first foul play, and this time I'll shield over here and throw one more Poison Fang and go for the hard farm. Yeah, so let's see if I can get the final shield over here, and I don't get the final shield, but it's a definite defense drop, and I could farm a little bit of energy on that. So might be a Scald or maybe a Hydro Pump, which is quite a nuke move in this scenario, and I try to farm down this Vaporeon, which I'm able to. And they have got a Jump Luff over here, so I'm loaded up on energy and going for back-to-back Night Slashes, and I get the final shield as well, which is pretty awesome because I have got a healthy king in my back to handle this Jump Luff. And let's see how I can pull this game out. This is quite a favorable scenario for me because I'll be doing super effective damage onto this Jump Luff, but I have to look out for the Ice Beam, I believe, because it have got access to Ice Beam. As far as I remember, maybe not Ice Beam, Aerial Ace as well. So but this Energy Ball does so much over here in this case. Just Nidoking is so glassy in this GL meta. So moving into the next game, I just met an Obstagoon encounter as well. So now I'm able to swap out on the count of 5 counters and do a great amount of resisted damage onto my Nidoking, and I'm just going for the Hail Mary Earth Power onto this Empoleon, and does one shot over here. Ouch! And they just come back with their own Obstagoon as well. Now I can align my Nidoqueen in this scenario to get ahead on some energy, and I am not shielding this first Night Slash, a Cross Chop again, which is resisted, which is a good call from my end. And now I try to hard farm this Obstagoon and do end up shielding the Night Slash, which is quite good. And they have got a Golbat in the back, which I am fine with. So I'll be debuffing this Golbat over here with this Poison Fang, which is resisted, I know, but debuff is what is necessary over here. And I got the first shield as well in this case. This is one more Poison Fang, which is double resisted onto this Nidoqueen, and which I let go because in this battle over here my win condition is with Obstagoon, and I'll save off my shield for my Obstagoon as well. And I do go for the next Poison Fang, which does so much damage because this Golbat is so much debuffed over here, and I end up countering down this Golbat all the way down. So moving into the next game, I've got a neutral lead onto this Mandibuzz over here because I'll be doing neutral damage with this counter and cross chop, because Mandibuzz is a dark flying type and it is so tanky over here. So this might be a Aerial Ace, I believe. Yeah, it's an Aerial Ace, which is also neutral to me, but Obstagoon is not that much bulky, so in this matchup I will soft close this. But let's see how I can play this game out. So I'll be getting ahead on some energy, and I'm just one counter shot of the next cross chop as well. So this is one more air slash, but from this range, Aerial Ace, but from this range I'll not be getting knocked out, and I come back with my Nidoqueen to throw this Poison Fang and get ahead on some energy, and I'm able to do that. I'm able to do that. So they just come with a hard counter of uh, Ferrothorn, I believe, yeah, and I'm doing a registered damage with this Poison Fang, which is uh, not a good scenario I'm in, and I just get hit by a Power Whip in this case. So going for another Poison Fang, which will do debuff the opponent twice, and I'm counting on my Nidoking or Queen, and after a bit of lag, I think uh, I do end up getting one more Power Whipped, and I get sniped down with a Shadow Machamp over here. So in this scenario, I am not sure how I can pull this game off, and I don't see a win condition into this in this game, and I do end up shielding the cross chop as well, which is even worse for me. And let's see if I can farm this Machamp down. No. So I have to commit my shield over here, because as you can see that Nidoking is so glassy over here, and they have got a pretty healthy Ferrothorn to take care of this Nidoking, and they have got one more shield and they does not even shield that. So this is one more Power Whip, and from this range Nidoking will surely be go down, and yeah, it is going down. So that's a not a good set, but a 3-2 set, and that's all for this video. So if you are liking the content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and see you again in the next one.